Guys, taking a look at the lunar price chart right now, this is very interesting because we are actually making higher lows, which is really bullish. Obviously, we've come into this 1700 region. We've sort of broke down here, and I thought we were going to test the 10,000 level, but we haven't. Now, UST hasn't been burned. No, Luna has been burned, but we seem to have this like steady volume at the moment, which is looking pretty good for Luna. That is sort of steadied out around the FUD of all the news and stuff of it possibly being forked. So let's do a little bit of drawing on here and see what we can come up with. So we obviously have the lowest low there, and we could somewhat draw a nice this is actually working as proper lower lows. Now obviously these charts are so hard to do any sort of T on at the moment, TA on, because it's all over the place with manipulation at the moment, especially with all the voting stuff. But we do seem to have a solid line here, which is looking super bullish. And we've seemed to have kept to this as well. You know, we've touched here ever so slightly on the bottom. Nearly broke through there, but we didn't. So we're respecting this line. And that's what I like to see, a little bit of respect coming from this. So if we go from where the dump was as well, around here, you can also see there is like almost like a trend line sort of here as well. Actually, I see an even better one where we could draw this from, but we really are getting into like this wedge. Now, I would normally say that this sort of wedge that we're getting ourselves into is bearish, but it is looking like we could see a big price swing within the next 4, maybe 5 hours. So from when you're seeing this video, from when I published it, 4 to 5 hours time, we will either see a breakdown or a break up. But I'm not 100% sure on the confirmation of that, because we have had this pattern before, and I will show you guys where this exact pattern happened a couple of days ago, and unfortunately we got this breakdown. So I'm just trying to break this TA down for you guys. So we had the same pattern here, look. If you guys can remember, we had this exact same pattern right about here, and look what happened. We broke down. So I'm hoping this is making sense to you guys, and if it is, please by all means drop that like and just show some support for these TA videos. That would be amazing. But there we go, we had the same sort of pendant or same sort of like triangle here, and unfortunately we broke down. You know, we could not stick that resistance, unfortunately. So would have been good if we did. You can sort of draw it however you want, sort of thing. Like it's more so like that, and then we just broke down. Like we could not keep this level. We tried breaking up so many times out of this pendant and we just couldn't, so we broke down. So we technically got 2 here, 2 in a row, back to back. Let's see if we've had a trend of a third one, because this is, I'm just trying to give you guys a little insight as to what potentially could happen. So we had this downward move going along. We could potentially go down to 10k now. So if you guys are in orders and you believe the pattern that I'm drawing right now, then by all means pull out of your trades, but this is not financial advice. Let's see if we can draw one over here, where we had this other dump here. I'm not too sure if we will be able to get one from here, but I'm just trying to validate this as much as possible. I mean, you could sort of say that we were testing this area here as well, and then we had that horrible breakdown. I mean, check this out for a nice long all the way down, respecting the trend, and then boom, rejection. So we've had 3 in a row. We've come along, consolidated, sort of looked like we were going to go up a little bit and break out. Nope, bang, broke down all the way down, come back up into this other little triangle, all the way along, broke, bang, down into another triangle. Bit more bullish on this one. That's the only difference I can see on this one, is that we're pointing up more. That one was sort of straight, that one was straight, and then this one here seems to be almost like it's lower highs like the other ones, but a bit more consolidating, a bit more like tighter. And then I think we're going to go down again. Oh my, this is horrible. But we need to see volume for this to be confirmed. We need huge volume, and at the moment the US market is sort of like closed, everyone's asleep. So I'm expecting in like 2 to 3 hours time to have this crazy breakout. Now, let's take a look at this on the 4-hourly and see how things look on the 4-hourly with what we have going on here, because this could be an even better indicator to see how close this really is to a breakout. So that top one that I've done was a really wide one, clearly, but we had a huge pull down from that. We consolidated along, we were respecting it all the way along on the 4-hourly, all the way on negative candles though. We weren't making lower highs. Or higher lows, sorry. So we weren't making higher lows. We were actually making lower lows. That's why we broke down. They were lower lows. Well, this one's different. We're actually making higher lows. Everyone is pretty much higher. I mean, that one is higher than that one. That one is higher than that one. That one is about the same. But then that one is definitely higher than that one. And then for that green one, I'm not sure where this one will end. But hopefully it would be higher, and we might even have confirmation on the hourly. There we go. On the hourly, we're all but higher. So higher, 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 really high. Then we're coming down a little bit, and then making more highers for the 4-hourly. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this. I will keep an eye on this, and hopefully we get some confirmation as to what's happening. Now, looking at the market cap right now, it is coming down terribly right now. I think we're under $1 billion market cap now, which is horrible. I've never seen market cap this low. That we're like down into, I think we're down into the millions or something. So this is crazy. Like, it's really, really dumping. There's just crazy manipulation with the votes at the moment. I don't know if this is going to go back up or not. Like, I really don't know until we have the UST burn. Taking a look at UST, had a little bounce this morning. We actually reached nearly 1 cent actually, or nearly 10 was it? Yeah, nearly 10 cents, which is quite cool. But then we had a like rapid pullback all the way down here again. So unfortunately, still not getting there. We need that burn on the Luna. Looking at the market caps overall, though, Bitcoin looking really, really good. Definitely testing that $30,000 and staying steady above that. Ethereum doing really well today. It's testing that $2,000 level and holding that resistance. Tether has depegged, and we're seeing quite a lot of depeg on Tether. I don't know what's going wrong with Tether. Hoping it's not going to be the same as our UST, but we do keep seeing these depegs, especially the big depeg earlier in the week. We had that huge depeg over here, you know, and that was just horrible. That scared the community, thinking like, there we are, like, look at that, just a huge drawdown on Tether. So that sort of shook the community a little bit. USDC is absolutely smashing it at the minute. There's just like, wow, it actually went up this month over $1, but other than that, it's been like solid. So USDC is probably your safest stable coin that you could ever go in. Yeah, it had a bit of bumpy road at the start here, but back in 2020, but we're stable, and they've sorted that coin out, and that is proper with the dollar. Binance coin, $310. XRP killing it right now. Cardano, my personal preference is in my portfolio, I am staying away from unreputable altcoins, even XRP, even Cardano. I want coins now only in my portfolio that have proven the test of time, and coins that have a limited supply. So Bitcoin I'm holding, Ethereum, I'm also holding Polkadot, which I know I shouldn't really hold Polkadot, so that's probably the only baddie that I've got is Polkadot. But the main ones that I would say for people to hold is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and also I've got a little bit of Solana, which are still not 100% on. So Solana and Polkadot are probably the only ones I don't like. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, definitely hold Bitcoin Cash, because I think what people are trying to start to realize now, like I am, is that these little coins are no good with the billions of supply, or even the like 100 millions of supply is no good. You want coins that have limited cap. And obviously Bitcoin having only, 21 million, and then Bitcoin Cash only has 21 million. I think it's going to catch on, guys. I really do think that the world is going to catch on eventually, that, you know, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash are probably the most safest havens for your money growth, because it has that limited supply. It's all about supply. If I've learned anything from this Luna FUD, is that it's all about having limited supply, because the more it goes up, the more that's printed, it's going to make it more and more less valuable. And that's something I've learned from all of this. So if you could take anything away from this video, is that please keep an eye on, for long-term holding, please keep an eye, honestly, keep an eye on coins that have a really limited supply, a really tight supply. Even Ethereum's a really good one, because I know it has like millions, but they are in in Ethereum 2.0 going to be burning coins. So the supply, although it's not capped, we are going to have a reduction in Ethereum's ecosystem in the long run, which is going to make it more and more scarce. So Ethereum is a really good coin to start investing in and to start hodling, because the supply is going to go down. Now Litecoin, I love Litecoin now after the Luna FUD. I never liked it before, but I like it now because, like I said, it has that limited supply, and that's just something that you want. That there's not that many of it in circulation, and it's good. It's really, really good. So circulating supply is 70 million, and that's all that ever will be, is 70 million of Litecoin, which is really good. That's what you want, guys. I mean, it says the max supply is 84 million. We're not there yet. We're not there yet on Bitcoin. We're only at 19 million. But the fact that it's capped, can't go any more, and we're in the millions, not billions. I don't want coins that are billions. It can get too washed out, too saturated, and too many people can hold them. I want a scarce asset. I want something that can work as money, you know? So if there's anything I've learned, I'm not going to go anymore. Although it could be quick pump and dumps, I'm not going to go for those big ones anymore. And even Solana has quite a lot as well. You know, it's 339 million, is it? That's a lot. I know it's in the millions, but it's like hundreds of millions. I want to stay in coins that are like tens of millions, you know, not hundreds or billions. So that's what I want to sort of say. So 21 million max supply on Bitcoin, same with Bitcoin Cash. I just think it's a really hedge for the future, for you personally, for your children, because even Cardano, I know you see these coins and you're like, wow, they're in the top, but they're gonna get washed out, and they're all still susceptible to the same circumstances of Luna, of being very low capped coins, like on price wise, and that they can struggle to increase because there's just so many of them. But that's my little take on that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you definitely drop a like, and I'll catch you on my next video. Peace out.